Oh, we're good? Okay.
I'd
I'd like to call the regular scheduled meeting to order. If we can stand for the, well, pledge of allegiance
Right here.
for Ortiz.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, all members are present. Public comment. Would you guys like me to read to you the public comment in case you want to make some? You have time on the agenda, so no, we don't need that. I'll waive the reading if everybody's okay with that. We're going to go to commissioners' reports. Mr. Size? Anything?
No.
Nope. Mr. G?
Nothing.
From me, welcome back, school folks. Hopefully CSEA is, doing their wonderful things. Things are going well and being well supported and everything else. So that's bad. And the same for you guys on the other side, I guess. These are the important ones. She's like front and center. Right? With that, we're going to go to CSEA. Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay. Feel weird standing.
Yeah.
I feel not weird. not standing.
Please feel free to use the big gigantic room.
Yay.
Walk and talk.
No, I just feel weird. It's just
It's different.
It's disrespectful, but we're so close.
I
but,
know.
So yes, everybody's back. We do have some. I don't want to start off with the negative, but yes, welcome back. We are back and we're going. But I'm not usually a negative person, but we have had some issues already starting off the year, specifically in this office, in the classified staff office, when it comes to some of the hiring stuff right now. So trying to work through all those kinks and get things corrected. But it has been quite a few things within a short period of time. So just members are just a bit upset about making sure that processes are getting followed the way they're supposed to. So
Would you like to elaborate to the commission on your side from the CSEA?
Dan knows it's nothing personal. It's just processes aren't being followed in regards to rankings, interviews, flying positions, things like that. So we just want to make sure that.
Now I understand what we're referring to.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know if it was something different.
Right. And so just, making sure that stuff, because that's the whole point of hiring based off a ranking system. We need to make sure it's getting followed, things like that. So we've been in communications with the district, with Dan. We're just working through those things. I just wanted you guys to be aware that it is coming from the membership. If they're going to be in place, we want to make sure it's getting followed. That's the whole point. But on a positive side, we are getting vacancies filled. So that's nice to see. The timelines are becoming shorter. So that's great. We're not having these extensive timelines of filling vacancies. So that's great. And then, just trying to get things rolling for the year, get everybody's, it's been a rough for myself personally, just in the health department, with immunizations, just trying to get all that. So some kinks there. Changing umbrellas. So just learning who's falling under new departments, who new administrators are going to be. For example, like myself, I used to fall under the junior high. Now I fall under people services. So just some changes there, just members are aware of those changes as well. And then on the administrative side, just a couple things have come up in regards to, for us, that administrators understand how the CSEA chain of command works, and following that. So just a few kinks that we haven't really had too much issue with have kind of come up at the beginning of this school year. So, but on a positive note, we're all back. So
are there issues on our side as far as chain of command issues?
Not in that regard, only in the regard of just making sure that the hiring processes and policies
that one we've been addressing.
Right, right. So, but other than that, it's kind of been a little bit of a rocky start, but we're back and we're trying to fix all the kinks. So,
and I think I can speak for the commission, and You know me, I address it.
We're
go
very
back and forth.
handsy.
Yes,
We're very-
exactly.
Talk about
Um,
hands, I'm
We
Italian.
do
so-
understand that there were some issues going on. We have been in communication. We've
Mhm.
tried to correct them the best that we can.
Right,
There are new things in place, and we hope that the
Exactly.
membership understands that we take it very seriously. We understand what is going on, and we're working through the process and the right things moving
as are
forward.
we in the communications. I just want it to be transparent that because of those things and things that have happened in the past, people are a bit, some of the members are a bit upset.
Please
And
understand that
and
we're
rightfully
working.
so,
Yes.
but we're trying to work through those kinks, but just want that to be made aware. Because, ultimately we're here for the membership and making sure that everybody gets that fair chance.
And I can
And
speak
as
for-
soon as we heard about it, we had a special meeting about it.
Yeah, and so we as the commissioners have your best interest at heart, and we're gonna make sure that your
And we
membership is
appreciate
taken
that
care
because
of.
that's what we, are looking for. So, but I just wanted to make sure that I voiced that from the membership side of things. So that it was voiced. So that's what I have for tonight.
Please voice to them that heard, understood, and
Oh,
will be
and
followed through.
We do have our first meeting. We had an informational meeting. I apologize. We did have an informational meeting, where we did give 2 new job stewards, Brianna Simonitis and Carrie Thomas, who are job stewards, their jackets. So they finished all the classes along with myself, but I finally finished all the classes for the 3rd time. So and officially got my
Oh,
jacket
there
as
you
well. But so we did do that. And then we have our first official business meeting will be Thursday, the 28th, right here in this room. So that's what I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Gutierrez.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, we had a really good start to the year. Really pleased on how it rolled out. I think we were on the same page in terms of, I visited all the school sites. It was nice to see all the kiddos and all the work that, was done behind the scenes. I appreciate CSCA, the work effort, their optimism, a lot of smiles. It was really good to see. I think it was the best start in the last 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So it was really pleased to see that. In addition to that, we also had our first labor management meeting. That went really well. Continue doing that in our monthly meetings where we actually get to discuss some of the concerns that each side has, and we were able to work through that whole process. The communication is really good with CSCA, and I appreciate that as well. We also have some MOUs that we're working through. It's a job description that we sent. We're going to continue working through, and then we're going to be presenting to each other our openers and sunshine openers so that for the school year, so that we can start negotiations. We're going to hope to start negotiations in September. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe towards the end. I don't know.
Our openers are ready. I just have to send them to you so that
Perfect.
you can put them on the board along with your openers so we can go together and then we'll put.
And looking forward to the negotiations, as we always do. So, and no further things to report.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are going for the whole contract, right?
We are successor
open.
this year, so the whole
All
contract.
contracts open.
Everything's open.
And what did we say, 12
Well, you
articles?
guys
I
have
think
12. We
12
have like
articles
5.
to open.
Yeah, we have 5.
We
that
just
we
need to see
selected.
if they mesh.
A lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work.
This is the fun time.
A lot of negotiations this year.
There you go.
So
Thank you, guys. Mr. Ortiz.
All right.
District, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Ortiz.
I think I'm next.
Next.
Good evening, commissioners and guests and staff and everyone on YouTube. We have 2 interviews in process. We have 5 recruitments that are in the testing stage, and we just closed recruitments today, so we don't have anything open. Currently have 380 classified employees, 178 full-time employees, 122 part-time benefit employees, and 80 non-benefited part-time. As always, we have 15 classified management employees. On some of the classifications that I always give you an update on security, we don't have any vacancies. On safety, we do have 2 vacancies. However, we have exhausted our list. So, plus we added another safety position at STEM. And we're going to be testing campus safety next week and then generate a new list to be able to fill those positions.
You have a good amount of applicants?
Maria, how much did we get in the campus safety?
Over 100.
Oh, good,
Wow.
okay, so you got,
Good. Custodial, we don't have any vacancies at this time. And then on the paraeducator list, we started out with about 65 candidates, and we burned through that list quite quickly when we were filling the parity case. And the issue is the 3.5 hour positions. Lots of people, they have other jobs, they have to they're looking for benefits. So anyways, we opened the recruitment that's closing today, and we're gonna again move to testing. And that one, I do know we have over 100, but our return rate from people that actually apply to the ones that we can hire for some of these 3.5 hour positions is less than 20%. So we need 100 to try to get 15 of them. In the last round, we made offers to 13 during that big interview day that we had.
during those things, and it goes back to the thing, if we can get from point A to point B quickly, we might be able to attract more, but if it goes from point A to point S, that list drops dramatically. So do we tighten it up and kind of, it's a lot of work for you ladies, but
Yeah.
we got them, it closes tomorrow. We're going to start contacting, we're going to start testing, a week from Friday type scenario. And we might be able to garner some if we can move that quickly.
So now we have positions open. We closed the recruitment. We're gonna test next week. The results, because they're digital or electronic testing, we get them right away. So we create the ranked list, and then we can move to actual interviews. Our target date is September, first week in September to interview
Oh, okay.
for these
I mean, if we
positions.
make it quickly, because the last time we did whatever, it took a minute. And by the time, okay, you were good for it. Oh, I already found another job. Oh, I don't want it anymore. Whoa, this and that.
Like the 3 3/4, do they have one in the morning and one in the afternoon?
Yes.
And the district's not willing to just make it like a 6 hour job? I know it's because of the benefits,
Yeah.
but I mean, you'd have more people
Well, of course.
that wouldn't
Yeah,
turn it
and that's
down.
always been the case for 20 some odd
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
But
But that's something you two guys would have to work out, but I mean, if you're, because it seems like we're always hurting for paraeducators. It's, you got to decide if it's worth.
The 3.75 hour positions, there's a lot of turnover because some individuals will take the position just to get in the district, and then
Yeah.
as soon as they find something else they can move to or higher hours or whatever. So yes, it's an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
But we'll close the list today and we might reopen again, right? And I've been
We'll
recruiting
keep
at
it
the college.
ongoing.
Yeah, I've been recruiting at the college quite a bit because those might be individuals that want to work
work
the
3 1/4 because they're going to school.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know. I mean, they might need benefits, might actually need the money. So it's up to them. But yeah, we're trying to work through all those.
I have
Yes,
a
yes,
question.
ma'am.
I'm sorry. It's not my turn to speak, but
Oh,
when you say no open recruitments, you're talking about open and promotional, right? Because we do have some that are on the transfer demote that are
Yes.
still open. So,
Yes.
okay. So just want to clarify verbiage in my head.
Right.
Okay.
And with those that have been established, those have to go to the transfer amount. So have to go through. So that'll give us another 21 days we have to wait before we can move those to interview. Yeah. So let me keep on moving down the line here. So we're working on testing. Here's the classifications: translator, interpreter. We still have in the pipeline. The regular para list that closes today, then para SN, nutrition services 1, and campus safety.
She can do.
Let's see, what else do we have? The campus safety and security trainings, that was one of the tasks that the district kind of asked me to help them out and facilitate. So we managed to train them all on July 28th, 29th, and 30th for ALICE training or active shooter, team building, and also the CPI training, which is the crisis intervention training. So we got all that figured out. There's nutrition services 1 and 2 interviews that have also been ongoing, and those positions are getting hired. So the staff is processing those, and they're also onboarding substitutes for the office assistant, paraeducator, and also the newly hired NSW1s. And then the digitizing of the records, right, on the spider room or the room outside. That's another task that I kind of have been working with in collaboration with Mr. Gutierrez. And so they picked up all the rest of the files. So now all those rooms are empty. So
Good.
everything's getting digitized. So lots, 2 full truckloads. So it was 16 pallets of records.
Wow.
It's a lot of stuff. So all that, let's
That
see.
dates back a while, I'm sure.
Yes.
Interesting. What's in
70s.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Yes,
think
I
it
can
was-
imagine.
I think it might have been 60. Some of them.
Some of them were
50s.
60s.
Wow.
50s.
That would be kind of
School
cool.
registrations and things. So, what else do we have here? We have this flyer that I've handed
Oh,
out
yeah.
about this 1-day training for on the PCE and the merit systems. It's on September 24th. So if you all let me know if you're interested, I'll bring that up at the next meeting to actually have the PD1 and all that.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Gutierrez is also attending that. I can get this
Oh,
to you
you're
as well.
interested in going?
Is it? I'm sorry. We were
Please.
comboing. I'm
Oh.
Of course.
You guys let them know
You
the
go.
new guy buys lunch, right?
Better yet, drives. I'll buy lunch, somebody else drives. Still
Yeah.
contemplating.
That's it. So we have that. And we've been having a lot of conversations out there in the district with some of the members and with Ms. Renee here from CSEA. So a lot of those issues that were brought up, we've addressed, the commission and the staff. So we've made some changes already and some of the procedures to make sure that we're moving forward in the right way and make some corrections. So that is all I have on my report.
Okey-doke. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Anybody want to do anything on the agenda? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're gonna move to the consent list. We have to ratify the eligibility list for the human resources technician. I will entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approve the legal opinion regarding Healthy Workplace, Healthy Families Act, Labor Code 245, et cetera, and California Kin Care Leave, law found at Labor Code 233.
Et cetera, et cetera.
What's that?
Et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. Mr. Ortiz.
So I put this on our agenda for approval. This is just, one of the many things hats that I wear is I try to educate people on things, right? Really random things. I didn't think this was controversial. We had the startup meeting for the clerical staff where every department gives a PowerPoint presentation. I talked about the 20-day rule as part of the CSA contract and also some labor code. There was some of our participants that had real objections to the labor code applying to school district personnel. And I did a double check and it looks like we're okay that labor code does apply. But I'd like to get more of a formal opinion on this so that we can, again, educate everybody and we can just read it. If anybody has, an interest in it, I'll definitely give that to the district, maybe to the fiscal department, directors, et cetera.
I will entertain a motion.
I just have a question. I don't know what this is.
Okay, so section 233 of the labor code deals with employees being able to take sick leave and not being retaliated against for asking for sick leave. So that's one part. The other part that is mentioned here is the KIN Act, is where you can use your sick leave to take care of somebody in your home, right? Your kid or your spouse or another family member. Some of that stuff is not necessarily addressed in contract, but there was a specific Senate bill that allowed this section of the labor code to apply to all public employees. And so that's where this kind of
Okay.
triggers.
So what had happened in the reading that I did when you called me on it is the actual law itself didn't establish school districts. I mean, it specifically was a carve out. in collective bargaining.
Mhm.
And for whatever reason, Newsom, the only good thing, and I'm not going to specifically say that, he's a good guy, recognized this fact. It did go back to the floor, and they specifically put in this act to fill the loophole of where school districts and collective bargaining fell in, if I'm pronouncing this
Okay,
correctly.
yes.
The problem is you have been operating under a system for so long. Like I could say to you what some code was, and you can go back to your experience in the 80s or 90s and said, no, we did it this way.
Yeah.
It changed so recently that everybody that's ever dealt with this and have worked on contracts in collective bargaining and stuff said, no, you're wrong, you're bad, and everything
Mhm.
else. And I said, well, wait a minute. And it literally, if I read it correctly, it was within 8 months or something of that. So it's just a way of formalizing the fact that they are now included in this, even though collective bargaining was kind of questionable. They specifically state school boards are now, or school districts are now part
So
of
now
this
they don't have to
arrangement.
bargain for that.
You
Right.
can, they can bargain for that, but before this change in law, there was a situation where those that had collective bargaining actually had less power than those that did not have collective bargaining because this law was stronger
Uh-huh.
and the labor commissioner could enforce it as opposed to those that had a collective bargaining agreement. So this kind of brought them all to the same
Yeah.
level.
Okay.
So it's not something they need to bargain now. It's
Yeah.
covered under state
Yeah.
statute,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, a good thing for labor. So, but now we're going to clarify it and put it in.
It's statutory right now.
Yeah. And
What's that?
it's-
Statutory right.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can always
Or do better.
negotiate for better.
Oh, okay, above
Not
and
worse.
beyond.
Go on.
But
Not
now,
worse.
now it's kind of very clear that you do have the right to do it. And you can, of course. So you would like to get a physical legal opinion.
Yes.
The one that the lady drew up in the conference and stuff, that's not good enough for what you liked?
So when we get an email from an attorney, sometimes that's like you and I giving our, okay, I think this is what it is, right? Their opinion. When you ask for a legal opinion, they actually do the research and they give you something more formal and a piece of paper and sign it. And that's a little bit more formal. That's why I'm trying to leaning to getting something in writing like that. But of course, it's the discretion of this commission.
So who are you gonna ask to do it? Just our normal council or outside council or?
So they actually wrote an article in regard to this particular section. So I contacted the author, and it is from AALRR, the law firm, and they replied back and they kind of gave us, they gave us the green light, right? That it's correct that there was a change. But that's, like I said, it's when they send you an email, it's kind of, this is what I think, it's not a formal.
She said it was an article, a published.
Yeah, it's a published article. So that's why I'm beginning to wonder if we have a published article. It is a state statute. There is no gray area. I mean, they get the rights, everything's fine. To get something outside of that, unless we have a problem, I would think it's just giving money to an attorney for, something else. If there's an understanding. So
We could also do a memorandum.
there you go.
No more understanding it.
And make sure that it's understood. And I guess, in my opinion, it needs to go to a certain department so that everybody understands, hey, this is what happened, this is where it goes, and I'll let Mr. Ortiz deal with that one or whatever. But to spend any money when I think, the adults in the room understand that it's a legal thing.
Yes.
I mean, we're not going to have any problems. And so why spend the
I
money?
sought advice as well, and it's affirmed. So it's just a matter of us doing a memo.
So does this basically, say people get a appointment, but it's during working hours? Because I've heard just some rumblings around the district that they're telling them, oh, you have to get it after working hours in some departments
For a doctor's
for a
appointment?
doctor's appointment. And a lot of time you don't got a choice. Like my doctor, it's 3 months ahead of time. And you take whatever time they have available. Especially if you need it.
Speak on that. You want me to speak? So
Yeah,
the
give me some
recommendation and the preference has always been
Yeah.
to try to make your appointments as outside of your working hours as possible. With the understanding that we know the area that we live in, we know if you're going to a specialist or any type of,
You gotta go out of
Urgent
town.
care.
Gotcha.
better care,
There you go.
better care physician,
Appropriate.
yes,
Appropriate.
you have to go outside of Barstow, and a lot of times those appointments are 3, 6, 9 months in advance even. So, you know, it's understandable. It's when it becomes an
Routine.
all the time type of a thing that then we start to question. It starts to get questioned as to, well, can't you try? Like, did you even try, or did you just say, okay?
Took the first available and
Right.
didn't work on
Like
it.
my doctor, you'll make an appointment 5 months ahead of time, and then that day, oh, well, he's not here.
Ah.
And then it'd say, okay, it'll be another.
I mean,
And then
I
then
can't.
they'll call you. If we have an opening, they'll say, okay, I
Right.
got an opening at 11.
Before I had my surgery a few years back, I had to go, I had to make my appointments out. Right? And they only did morning appointments and I had to travel. So I had to take a whole day for that. But was I doing that all the time? No. So it's when it becomes an
Yeah.
all the time thing, then it comes into question and then it's right. It's
I
this
would think it
district
would
has
be,
never really been that way.
Mhm.
Now, what is said at the sites, they might try to say that just to,
Make everybody
you
stay
know,
at work.
Yeah.
for some
Well,
people, you have to be a little,
and again, these
stronger
are
in your
case by
words.
case
Yeah.
basis.
right.
In all the years that I've been associated around here and probably saying, you know, Renee's right, or excuse me, Miss Gonzalez is correct in that, you know, the guy does it and the next week he's got another one, the next one, and well, now they're gonna say something. It's like, hey, come on.
Oh, that
But
was,
if you have one and your thing, I don't think it's a problem.
that's like me. My granddaughter had asthma real bad. And so when she needed an appointment, and it was like, she'd be sick and the doctor says, well, I bring her in at 11, I can do it. And so I tell my boss and he says, well, personal necessity, you're supposed to have 24 hours. And I said, it's asthma. I said, take it off vacation,
Do whatever, yeah, that's.
Yeah, but I says, I don't see the problem. And I said, because especially his wife had asthma too. I said, when she has an attack, can you say, oh, well, just wait till after work and then I'll take you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's when you call us and
Yeah,
your job
that's-
steward.
That's
Yeah.
when you're.
Call the job steward or you call us and we get a job steward out. And personal necessity is not 24 hours, it's personal business,
Business,
just
yeah.
to clarify that. Personal business is a 24 hours, but there's always personal
Yeah.
necessity and then there's sick. So
Yeah.
we kind of have the parameters. It's not really been a
well, he
big
eventually
issue.
let me off, but it was,
Yeah.
I was giving me a hard, it was just one time. I don't know
Oh.
why, what it
I
was.
think it goes on. Okay, so let's get back to the agenda here. I think the memorandum will
Okay.
suffice and we're all good. So we're
We'll
gonna
work
move
on
on to
that.
the next item, unless you,
No, I mean,
Okay.
do we gotta make a motion? that
Nope.
We will, okay.
we're just gonna dive for things.
Don't die.
All right, next one is going to be excuse me, I apologize. It's the request to move up. We have where'd we go? Yeah, 9B, there we go. I have to take my glass off. Request for advanced step placement, CSEA range 24, step 405 for Teresa Majaya,
Mhm.
paraeducator. I'm gonna make a motion where I need the motion in a second, to start the discussion.
Motion.
Second.
This is one that actually, did put together something well, but we have kind of set this at the last and subsequent meetings. So I'd like to ask you, what did we do, the last 5 times? Because we need to stay consistent and we
Right.
are staying consistent.
So,
Did we go up 1 or 2?
one step, so go to step 2.
All right.
Okay, that's been our practice. Let me tell you what else. Ms. Mejia, when she left last year, was at step 2, so she would be coming back. She wouldn't be losing anything.
Right.
She would be at step 2,
But our
And it,
policy has been for the last 5, we went up 1 step.
one step.
and it looks like they drafted a little matrix there of how to determine
There we go.
future advanced step placements.
So I think we just stay
So-
with what it is that we've been saying.
She's already an employee?
She was left, came back.
Left.
Oh, that came back.
Yeah,
Okay.
left last year came up. And what you found there, Mr. G, is you have requested a matrix. This is a draft. It's
Yeah.
not something we can use right now.
Okay,
but just
no,
so that,
that looks.
so that you can take home and we'll work on it, but this is just a draft.
Sure, sure.
So let's
I'll
amend
move,
the motion.
amend the motion to move that we adopt the recommended action for step 2.
Oh, you said she's already step 2?
No, she left as step 2. Right now, she's step 1. She's
Oh, 'cause she came
she's
back.
requesting anything from a 2 to a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 2.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we are going to move into closed section, for the 2, items.
What time? It is 5 o'clock, sir.